Hi, this is Moses Goldman. My name is Moses Goldman, and welcome to my channel. I hope today you're going to have some value today. And I'm so excited to bring you some new content, and I'm coming to you directly from New York State, home of Wall Street. And so I hope that you're going to enjoy the video. Let me quickly say that this is for informational purposes only. So always consult your licensed financial advisor. Thank you very much. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 best ETFs to own for life. The 3 best ETFs to own for life. That's the 3 best exchange traded funds to own for life. But let me quickly say that the beauty and the reliability, the strength of ETFs is that unlike a single stock, ETFs are an aggregate of a selection of stocks. They are a combination of different stocks, or an index of different stocks. And so for that reason, the ETFs are not affected by too much volatility that stocks go through. For instance, if stocks are doing earnings or releasing earnings, some of the stocks can tank as much as 50%, 60%, or even more. So thankfully, ETFs are not affected by huge volatilities like that. So that is one of the beauties of investing in ETFs, and I hope that you appreciate it. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 best ETFs to own for life. So let's get into it. We're going to talk in order of importance, starting from the 3rd best to the 2nd best, and obviously the number 1 best ETF to own for life. Let's start. The 3rd best ETF to own for life is IWM. The ticker symbol is IWM, meaning Russell 2000 Index, or Russell 2K as they call it affectionately on Wall Street. The IWM, or the Russell 2000 Index, is a collection of America's finest growing stocks, the small cap stocks that are on Wall Street. These are the fastest growing companies, a collection of the fastest growing companies, 2,000 of them. And so you can enjoy the growth of these companies. These companies grow very fast. Sometimes some of their earnings, they double earnings, they triple earnings, so this company, the beauty is that these companies grow very fast. And if you buy these ETFs, you can potentially enjoy the benefits that come with fast growing companies. America is always a land of revolution, a land of opportunity, a land of new ideas. So whenever new ideas come, these stocks are listed on the Russell 2000. Fast growing, small capitalization, and they're very nimble, very fast growing. So I hope that at the right time when you buy these stocks, you're going to enjoy the benefit of growth. That is why the IWM, or the Russell 2000 Index, is one of the finest ETFs to own for life. Now, let's move on. And I want to say quickly that the one side of Russell 2000, the IWM, ticker symbol IWM, is that the companies can be fast growing, rapid growth. And they can appreciate very, some of the stocks can grow so fast that they can do like 100%, 600%, 1,000%. And so the index of all these stocks can appreciate very fast. But the other side is that these stocks can be very volatile. For that reason, the IWM is also very volatile. It's more volatile than the Dow Jones, and the SPY, the SPY index, and also the QQQ index. So this is why that the IWM is so important. Now, let's talk about the returns of IWM, the year-to-date returns of Russell 2000 is 13%. So from the beginning of the year 2001 until now, August, as of the recording of this video, the IWM has appreciated, or the stock has increased, the ETF has increased 13%. That is huge. Relatively huge, because sometimes even if you look at the returns of Warren Buffett, one of the finest, probably the finest investor in the world, multi-billionaire, and one of the icons of Wall Street, sometimes Warren Buffett earnings or his profit or his returns, year-to-date return or total annual return is like 6%, 5%, 3%, sometimes even negative, or 10%, or something like that. So if you're able to invest your money in the Russell 2000 index, the IWM, and you appreciate even 13%, that is huge capital appreciation, especially if you invest large sums of money. So that is the beauty of the IWM. And I would say that year to date, the gains of the IWM are 13%. And if you want to look at the 1 year growth or 1 year returns, meaning in about 52 weeks or 1 calendar year, the IWM has appreciated, or it has risen 42%. Fantastic amount. 42%. Like I said, sometimes Warren Buffett even gets 5%, 6%, up to 10%, or maybe 15%. And so if you're able to invest in an index like IWM, and you're able to get the whole year, you're able to get or gain 42%, that is a huge sum on Wall Street. So that is one of the reasons why the IWM, or the Russell 2000 index, is one of the finest and the best ETFs to own for life. And I hope that you appreciate it. Now let's move on to number 2. The number 2 on the list of the 3 best ETFs to own for life is SPY, the almighty SPY, or the SPY, or S&P 500, or Standard & Poor's 500. The S&P 500, or the SPY, or the SPY, as it's affectionately called, is a collection of America's finest companies, the finest, like the finest companies in the room, as they say on Wall Street. These are the very best of America's companies, the cream de la cream of America's finest companies. That's why we have the SPY ETF, or the SPY ETF, the top 500 finest companies. These companies include Tesla, Apple, and some of the finest other companies that you can think about. And I will say that year to date, as of the time of recording this video in August, from January to August, the SPY, or the SPY, has gained 20%. That is a really decent, really significant capital growth, which is 20%. And now, when you talk about 1 year returns of the SPY, the 1 year gains of the SPY, or the SPY index, or the SPY ETF, is gained 31%. Significantly, as much as 30, actually it's 31%. And also, let me say that as of yesterday, at the time of recording this video, yesterday and today, both yesterday and today, the S&P 500, or the SPY, made an all-time high, 52-week new high, all-time high. And so when you're looking for an ETF to invest in, look no further than the SPY index, or the SPY ETF. It's weathered the storm. It rose above the storm. Think about all the market crashes or the pullbacks that have occurred on the US stock market. Let me just start from the 1987 market crash, the 2000 dot-com crash, 2008, 2009 financial crisis, and now the 2020, 2021 global financial crisis that we're going through currently. The SPY, or the SPY ETF, has weathered all these storms and risen to new all-time high. That is the beauty of the SPY: strength, reliability, dependability. The pillar of the American stock exchange, or the pillar of American capitalism. So the SPY is the gold standard of the US stock market. It's every time we're talking about the US stock market, the gold standard that everybody talks about is the SPY, or the SPY ETF. So it's a great ETF that you want to own if you want to have some capital appreciation and even earn passive income. Now, one of the beauties of owning an ETF is that you don't need any manager, you don't need any financial manager or asset manager to buy that for you, or to manage that for you. Technically, SPY manages itself. It's a collection of the finest 500 companies in America. So it's easy for ordinary people anywhere in the world to own this ETF. We don't require any person. You don't have to pay anybody to manage this. You can pay a person to manage it if you want, but you don't need that. All you have to do is just buy it, and it technically manages itself, and it grows by itself. So that is one of the beauties of owning an ETF like the SPY, or the SPY ETF. Now, let's move on. Remember, we're talking about the 3 best ETFs, or the 3 best exchange traded funds to own for life. And now we talked about the IWM, or the Russell 2000 ETF, or the Russell 2K ETF. And we said that is a collection of the finest growing small cap companies in America, the small capitalization companies in America. And we also talked about the SPY, or the SPY ETF, and we said that it's the gold standard in American capitalism, or on the American stock market. And so the third best is IWM. The second best is SPY, or the SPY ETF. Now let's move on to the very best ETF to own for life. And that ETF is the famous QQQ, or the Qs, as it's affectionately called on Wall Street. The QQQ, or the triple Q, is an ETF that is a collection of the finest, most revolutionary companies in the United States, or on the US stock market. And these companies include Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, NVIDIA, and other fine companies like that. These are mostly high-tech companies, the finest tech companies. They are into fintech, they are into medicine, like Moderna. One of the finest companies that is doing vaccines right now, Moderna, that is growing so fast, made a 52-week new high, all-time high. It's Moderna, and Moderna is it's one of the tech companies. All right, that's one of the tech companies. So I'm using Moderna to say that most of the time the companies on the QQQ ETF are some of the finest tech companies in the United States, and for that reason, the entire world. And so let's talk about the year-to-date gain of QQQ. Year-to-date, from January up to August, at the time of recording of this video, QQQ has gained 19%. That is decent. That is really decent, because even sometimes wealth managers, or financial advisors, or money managers, or hedge funds, they are not even able to bring a return or gain a return of 10% or 6%. It's not easy to gain huge returns on Wall Street. So if you are investing in an ETF like QQQ, and year to date, your return is 90%. That is huge. That is really, really decent amount, especially if you invest a large amount. And now, 1 year return of the QQQ is 32%. 32%. All right, so that is huge. So if you put in $1 million, the QQQ has returned over $300,000. That is 30%, and that is a huge amount. Now, let me also say that at the time of recording this video, yesterday and also today, the QQQ has hit an all-time record high. 2 consecutive days, 2 days in a row, record high. Amazing. That is why the QQQ is one of the best ETFs to own for life. And the beauty of, let me talk about the beauty of these revolutionary, life-changing tech companies. The beauty is that the secret is that these tech companies are at the forefront of human evolution and human revolution. Evolution with an E and revolution with an R. Human civilization, human evolution, human revolution, everything that is going on in human life. The next frontier in human civilization, these QQQ companies are powering it. They control the next frontier in human life. And they include Apple, Tesla, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Nvidia, and other companies like that. That is the beauty of owning this QQQ ETF. They are leaders in the fastest growing, the finest technologically powered companies. And that is where you want to be. Another secret in QQQ is that most of these tech companies, their operating costs are so low. Which means that their profit margins are really high. Unlike a company like Walmart that has to build so many stores and hire transportation system, hire so many employees, and has to pay, huge amounts of insurance here and there. These QQQ companies are mostly internet based. They are mostly technology based. They are mostly online based companies, which means that their operating costs are so low. And on the other hand, their profit margins are so high. And that is exactly why every quarter when they are declaring profits, these QQQ companies, these tech companies like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple, they declare huge profits year after year, quarter after quarter. And this is where you want to be. And that's why the QQQ ETF is the #1 ETF to own for life. And I hope that you like this video, and I hope that you get some value from this video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like this video, comment, and let's do this together. I want you to help me grow this channel. I want to provide you great content, and I hope that you like this content, and I hope that you're going to work with me and support. You can also donate to my channel using my PayPal in the description below. Thank you very much in advance. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.